whole, you know what, Revelation 13 and verse 16 and 17 is talking about. Right, so we are touched mainly on the digital ID trap. So I have this article on biometricupdate.com and the headline. A handful of nations distributing new digital ID documents. 4 desperate nations are in the midst of distributing various digital IDs: Vietnam, Brazil, St. Lucia, and Greece.
Hey, the word that you did ask, you know, that word disparate.
Right.
Yeah, as I did mention, 2 different nations have different characteristics. You know, different belief system, but yet still, all of them are established, try to establish one unique identification system. All right, so we know where all of that is coming from, just to show you that the UN is actually, because the UN is the one that is actually pushing, you know, this nationalized digital ID system. If you can look up ID 2020, you know, ID 2020 is a UN agenda for all nations to actually develop a national identification system. Yeah, go on.
All right, so it says, in Hanoi, capital of Vietnam, the Public Security Department has begun a month of intense government action to get digital IDs into the hands of every resident who does not already have one.
Yeah. But this is the thing. What people don't realize, it's a UN agenda, it's a UN charter. You know, but who's ultimately, these are just, you know, organizations that, you know, you're seeing or you're hearing about. But who run these organizations? The so-called white man. All right, Esau, man. You know, his true nationality is that he's an Edomite. His forefather is Esau. You know, say, yeah, jump. You can get that one quick.
All right, so this is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right, so the point is that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Just simple meaning that right now the earth is being run by the wicked. Alright? So if you can actually look, it is evident that the so-called white man is the one in rulership. Even China have to take talk from the elites. Everybody take talk from the elites. Then all of these top nations that you see, Saudi Arabia, are controlled by the so-called elites, the red Hebrew Edomite, the so-called white man. Right? Now, their plan is to actually establish what they call a new world order. And the center part of that new world order is to chip everybody. But the beginning of that is to what? Is come up with a national identification system, man. Go on.
Alright, so it says, police will work from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. over the next 4 weeks to wrap up the drive. After December 31st, conventional identification papers will be invalid, according to Vietnam, part of the government's Vietnam news agency.
Right. So a lot of persons who actually have different, you know, kind of document different way of, you know, doing business. You know, you're slowly but surely getting cut out, man.
Yeah, it says conventional identification papers. I mean the usual word conventional, meaning usual. So the usual paper documents and what you used to use to identify yourself, that will become a thing of the past.
Yep.
No, it's gonna be a digital system.
Yep.
You know?
So if you want, because we mentioned it, so it's a trap.
Yeah, it is.
Right? But
the
man, the Psalms.
Right.
Because it is a trap. You know, it is scripture refer to it. It's a trap or a snare.
Yeah.
All right, and a snare look enticing. So that is the reason why when they promote it, they mention to you all of these good government access that you will have if you have it, man. If you have a national identification card. Yeah. All right, and that's what the needs is about. The needs are the same thing. The needs not unique. All right, a lot of people out here feel like needs. Some people don't even know about needs in Jamaica.
Yeah.
All right, but for those who know, them feel like it's unique.
Yeah.
The world basically I do the same thing. Everybody in the world I do the same thing. Africa, the whole African continent I do the same thing. China have what we call a social credit score system.
Yep.
Then, one of the 4 countries, disparate countries mentioned Hanoi, which is Taiwan, the capital of Taiwan, is right? You have Brazil. And these countries, Saint Lucia, these countries don't have the same belief system or what you call it. There are different characteristics about this nation, different culture, yeah, that is the word. But yet still what? Everybody are upon the same wavelength to establish a digital ID for what? Go on, Ak.
Alright, so this is Psalms chapter 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
That's talking about the same wicked. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. This is the same man again. Alright? His mouth full of deceit and fraud. So even when him sell it to you with the name in the name of convenience, Zane, and the name of security
and benefits,
and all of the nice things that come with it, it's a snare. That's how a trap is set. It's set up to be enticing. Go on.
Alright, it says, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent.
Yeah, your secret places, your schools, your college, your churches, Zane, your pharmacy, your hospitals. Zane, all of these different things that they set up, even their secret meetings, their whole plan is to do what? To murder the innocent. And the innocent in this case is what? The people of Israel, man. Yep.
Right, so it says, his eyes are privily set against the poor.
Yeah, which is us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. We're not doing nothing. It's just a birthright thing.
Yeah.
Right, where Esau and Jacob him envy us. Or, want to take revenge upon us because, we get the birthright. And he didn't. I just, that the war is about, man, and that the envy is about. Alright, go on.
And him set out just like how Cain, the envy Abel, I see him, he want to kill us just because we get chosen and he was rejected.
Exactly.
So verse 9 in Psalms 10 now it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Yep. That's what the net is the what? The trap where him set.
Yep.
The NIDS.
Yep.
Zane. The pandemic.
Yeah.
What them say, people who miss out on the benefits of getting money, the $10,000. It could have been easier if them did have an AIDS card, right? Because it could have been sent straight to them.
Right.
So that is the next thing. Your bank account, this is where it's called a digital identity or national ID system, because your bank account will be linked to it, your birth certificate, your driver's license, all right, your passport, your you name it, biometrics, your body measurement, retina scan, fingerprint scan, thumbs, whatever it is, all right. That's how them structure it, and it is the platform or the framework as we always use. The framework. It is just a framework. It is not it. It is not the ultimate agenda what them want to accomplish. It's just the framework. Go on.
Which is very important.
Which is very important.
Structure,
exactly.
Foundation has to be set.
That is it. Right.
So verse 10 now says, he croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
Yep.
And as we read a line, just this man marries with a lady, a big woman, and she said, oh, which one it was? Yesterday. Yeah, it was the holiday. She said, I saw the Prime Minister in the middle of the streets to the people, and he was so noble, so humble. I just love to see it. I love it. And she didn't even know she's a Judas goat that. He humble himself just a poor fall.
Remember, for sure, a simplicity, right?
Yeah.
And there's the simpleness of people, man, because remember I tricked them by wearing a clocks.
Yeah.
Right? So by him just being out there with the people is another part of the snare, because him out there being noble, but he's a devil.
He's a devil.
Remember, even the scripture say what? Even the devil come as an angel of light, man.
Transform
himself as an angel of light.
Yeah.
But he man not angel of no light.
Not.
He's the devil.
He is.
But continue with the article.
Alright, so back in the article it says Brazil's government meanwhile expects to begin distributing its chip-based national identification card.
Chip-based. Alright, and when you look upon even the one that Jamaica is establishing, it's also chip-based. All of them chip-based. That's why it's a digital identity. See? So all them are going to do is just transfer the chip. I know the same chip them are going to transfer, you know. But it's the mechanism. Yeah. It's a RFID technology, RFID, radio frequency identification.
Yep.
Alright, so the other part of it is what? The chip, that very chip, that rice grain chip that will be inserted underneath the skin. That's also RFID technology. Alright, that's what them gonna move to. Because guess what gonna happen? Your digital ID card can be lost. Saying it can be stolen. But if they give you something more permanent, which is what they want to do, they want to give you something more permanent where you can't lose.
Yeah.
Cause you can't lose your hand. You see me? So that's what they want to do. They want to give you something more permanent, man. For tracking purpose, for control. You can't go over a certain boundary. Then, you know, it's total control, man, when you get that chip. Or when people get that chip. Go on.
Alright, so it says, according to the Tampa, Florida dispatch, the card has a QR code for electronic validation. It can be used as a travel document in Mercosur region. MERCOSUR. Mercosur, did I pronounce?
Which way there?
Mercosur region.
Yeah, man, you're good.
So Mercosur region, which is the majority of South America. Not all states have scheduled distribution yet. Alright, so go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, but you get the gist. You know what I mean? It's a new world order. When you see countries working in tandem to do the same thing, that's the order. Coming straight from the UN. That's a new. That's the order where the world is moving towards, man. The fourth industrial revolution. Zane, where everything will be what? Digitalized. Zane, or you know, starting with the identity, starting with information. You know, digital information, man. That's why them tell us information is what? The new gold. Zane, or something like that, man. Because information is very important.
It is. Data.
Data, I should say. Data is a new goal, sorry.
Alright, so it says the leaders of St. Lucia, a small island nation off the northeast coast of Venezuela, are working out the final details of their new digital passports with security printer Canadian banknote.
Yep. If you want to switch to the next article, you want to read everything?
Yeah, I want to get down to Greece spot.
Oh yeah, man, no problem. Go ahead.
Could I jump down to that? Alright, jump down to Greece. It says, and finally, Greece, which is expected to replace conventional ID and driving documents with mobile ID documents on phones, begin this week.
See? Hey, and this is the time that we're in where them a push. Them a push very hard.
Yep.
You know, you're going to have chaos because them need chaos so you can have order. Yep. You know, they have chaos so them can have an excuse for, you know, bringing in the order. Yep. I even remember when 9/11 happened, when they what them call the new ID in America come about after 9/11. You know, it's called the real ID. That came about after 9/11. Zane?
Yeah, go and speak. I have something on me. Daniel 8:25 again.
Yeah, man, get it.
But we want to get to the new English translation.
Go on.
I'm saying another one. But I read to the regular.
Yeah, man.
And then get it to the. That's what the load up for a second. Come on. Alright, so this is Daniel chapter 8, And verse 25. Well, let me get it first in the regular King James Version. It says, Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Hey, another example of, through his policy, you make craft to prosper. These laws, with them prescribe or with them right. Because even the national ID system, who pass it? It go through it have to be enacted through by law.
House of Representative.
Through the House of Representative or whatever body. So them actually, but what is it? It's a craft.
Yes.
Then, so but through them policy them do that. Then to make it be able for push upon society. So the whole House of Representative or the whole judiciary system or whatsoever agree that this can be established upon the people.
And the simpleton them say yes,
and
it's legal,
exactly.
and comply because the government them say so. But them think of it their benefit is not.
Yep, a lot of people. You have people who are against it, but a lot of them were against it. No. When the system start to close them out, them are go submit.
Yeah, because the test run the other day we saw with the PD, a lot of people fall.
Yep.
And that was in the time when the tree was green.
Exactly.
What's when it get dry?
Yep.
When things really get hard.
Exactly. Them are comply.
Yeah.
Because they show how them compliant.
Alright, so I get it in this is Daniel 8 and 25 in the New International Version. It says, he will cause the seed to prosper, and he will consider himself superior. When they feel secure, he will destroy many and take his stand against the Prince of Princes, yet he will be destroyed, but not by human power.
Yeah, because the Heavenly Father will break him. That's why the scripture say what? When he's about to eat, when he's about to fill his belly, the bow of steel shall strike him through. When
want to get them preset,
yeah, you can get it. Because the new world order, what them want to accomplish, then we're in the process of that now, man. All right, that's why you have what you call the central bank digital currency. You have the banks. Jamaica recently make what Jamdex legal tender.
No, Jamdex. CBDC.
CDBC, which is under Jamdex because Jamdex is Jamaica digital currency. Jamdex is Jamaica digital currency, which is still a platform we built upon CDBC.
It is.
You know what I mean? So it become what legal tender. Seeing why? The first country to actually do so.
Make it official.
To make official. You can use it to buy and sell. To buy goods and stuff, man. You can use it. Go ahead.
Alright, so this is Job 20, and let me just read from verse 4 and jump down, and move around a bit in the chapter. It says, alright, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Yeah.
Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Yeah, in pride. Because through all of this, him while him doing this, him really believe say him can accomplish such agenda, such control. And if you look upon the depth how this man want to control people, it's basically we call it slavery all over again. Hardcore slavery without you having a choice.
Yep.
That's what him really want, man.
Say you will own nothing and you will be
Yeah,
happy.
him said that. You will own nothing and be happy. But also actually be able to dictate even your very thoughts, man. Even the set boundaries of where you can go from where you can't go. And if you disobey, turn off your chip or release something from out of the chip into your bloodstream to kill you. Then look on China credit score system. If you actually do certain things when you know, in league with them society, you lose points. And you get locked out of society slowly but surely, man. Zane?
It's like a father a punish him pit in the house. I see him just want to be like in another pot that seat.
But an unjust punishment.
Yeah.
Go on.
Alright, so it says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found.
That is a so-called white man. Because he might do too much on the earth, man. Go on.
Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
Yeah.
The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So let me jump down to verse 22 now. It says, Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yeah, the poor, the laborers. Because they are the one that are oppressed. Zane. Go on.
Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bahashami Hawashai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Yep.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yep.
He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Yeah, the missiles is gonna put an end to all of this enterprise, man. This plan that they have. You know, this conspiracy. You know, the plot against the just, because that's what they do. The wicked, skipper say, the wicked plot against the just. All right. And after that, you can jump to Job. I think I have 5 or so. He disappointed the hands of the crafty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that they shall not perform their handiwork. Yeah, their enterprise.
Let's read the last one. Verse 25, Job 20 and 25. Now it says, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of its gall.
Yeah, which is out of those silos.
Yep.
You know, you're talking about the sword that he's referring to is talking about the ICBM missiles, right? Because that is what gonna actually, you know, destroy the whole setup of the so-called white man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it says, terrors are upon him.
Yep.
Job 5.
Remember which part today?
Yeah, man.
Okay, good. Okay.
Alright, so this is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yep. The most I disappoint them. That's why skipper say, arise, disappoint him, cast him down. You know, something like that.
Psalm 17 and 31.
Yeah, man, get it.
Get back to this. Psalm 17 and verse 13.
Because you're going to take divine intervention, man. For the Heavenly Father to actually, for us to actually be delivered from this hand of this man. You know, him so puff up and lifted up in pride. The Heavenly Father got disappoint him. It is a great disappointment, you know what I mean, coming for the so-called white man. Zane, go on.
Alright, so this is Psalms 17 and verse 11 says, they have now compassed us in our steps.
Oh, them compass us in our steps. Look at it. In every single thing that we do, you know what I mean, the so-called white man have a hand in it, man. The only thing that is untouchable is us learning this truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? Our food, our water, Zane, the ear, the clothes, the job. Zane, him compass about us in our steps, man. You go up on the streets, Zane, it's just chaos, man. People losing their fucking mind. Zane, you look up on the street, man, right now, you have to just know, you have to just pass people by. Who caused that? So-called white man. The time, you know, we're in an evil time now, man. Right. Zane, and the so-called white man have a lot of witchcraft surround our people. Go on.
Yeah, just like Job, Proverbs 29 and 2, when the wicked bear root, all the people mourn.
The people mourn, that is it, you can.
Alright, so continuing Psalm 17 and verse 11 again, it says, they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yep, because the Heavenly Father is the one using him. That's why the scripture says what? Shall the ox boast himself against him that swingeth? You know, because Esau him proud to him to realize that the Heavenly Father use him.
Okay.
So we know that, and we are called upon the Heavenly Father to disappoint him, cast him down, and deliver us, men, from the wicked.
Okay.
Alright, deliver us from out of his hand.
And it's the only way to receive salvation.
Yeah, because this thing that him pushing, man, this new world order, this great reset, this fourth industrial revolution, it's not the benefit or not. It's not good, man. It's a wicked device. That's why the scripture said the device of the church are evil. Yeah, the devices of the church are evil, man. All right, this mark of the beast RFID microchip, it is an evil device.
It is.
All right, and the Heavenly Father said strict laws. So if you take it, you're gonna be destroyed. Go on, now.
All right, so back in Job 5 and 12, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yep.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
Yeah, so all him in the scripture say, yo, him lay snares privily. You know, he might be crafty with it. You know, you're being the serpent. But the Heavenly Father is wiser, man. The Heavenly Father,
chess player.
yeah, he's the one using you, man. He's the one using you to actually to bring terror upon the wicked. And then guess what? The scripture says what? The wicked are created for the day of judgment. But guess what? Even the wicked have a day of judgment too. You see? So the Heavenly Father used them to distribute terror upon the wicked. Because who the vengeance, the day of judgment for? It's for the wicked.
Yeah.
But even the man will execute the judgment, I gotta get cut off to, man, because there's a judgment for everyone, man.
We have it in the scriptures examples like Pharaoh, like call him and use him and punish him.
Yep.
So the modern day Pharaoh see him and get punished.
Exactly. And then after before you read that, you can there's another article where they bring up with I think there's I think I want a UN article, let me see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so.
Yeah, read that.
Alright, so this is an article on UN, and the headline, how digital can close the identity gap. So how digital can close the identity gap.
Yeah, so basically we must say how electronic or digitalizing, you know, records, documents, cashless system. Not really say cashless because it talks about identity. But let me say how digital can close the identity gap. Yeah, right. So, but read the caption. I think can.
It says nearly 1 billion people have no official proof of identity.
That sounds familiar. What the minister of without portfolio, same name, Flag Green.
Flag Green, yeah, man.
What him say? Over 11,000 undocumented Jamaicans is to be benefited from free birth certificate. Why they want to document you? So you can benefit from what? The identity. So them can close the identity gap. Or them can fix the identity problem to get everybody on the grid, man. That's all it is. To get everybody on the grid. So the free birth certificate we are appeasing to a lot of people. It's a trap. That's what we call it, a digital identity trap, man. Go on, Knock.
Hold on, just before we go, because I look right, it's a zoom in on a little right. So this is thematic
lead on digitalization
and
smart
cities.
Yep.
See it all time.
And what is this? The UNDP, Singapore. So this is the UN all over again, as I say.
Yeah.
What is a UN development project? I don't know what the P for.
Yeah.
Or what the DP for, but that's what UN is. That's what UN is behind it, man.
Yeah.
You see, UN is behind it. Show you again, man. All of these nations are doing it because the UN says so. Alright? Go on.
Alright, so it says nearly 1 billion people have no official proof of identity, and without an official ID, they cannot access key public or private services.
Who said that?
Same Prime Minister we have out there.
Right?
Same song was saying.
CM song. Same song, man. Same narrative. The Prime Minister said the same thing, that if you don't have the digital ID, if you don't have the NIDS, National Identification System, you won't have access to government services.
And then him bring it in a layman's term. You're going to miss out.
Yep.
Things are going to pass. You know?
Yep. Yep. But that's what they are doing. Him eager for push forward an agenda that him even know the outcome of it. You know, him even push for the devil agenda.
Yep.
Anxious to push for the devil agenda, man.
And fulfill Jeremiah 5:26. Far among my people are found wicked men.
Yep.
And him love talk about false prophets and blah blah blah. You're nothing but a wicked Israelite if you are an Israelite.
Yeah,
and I sell
yeah.
out your own people. You know, not more cruel than that.
Can.
Alright, so it says they are excluded from society and the digital economy.
See? These are the same words, the same choice of words him always use, the Prime Minister always use. He's just showing, man. He just clear. Everybody I sing the same song because the UN give them that song to sing. The UN give that order. That's how we recognize it as what? The new world order, man. See? You can't go around it. See?
Alright, so it says it might seem premature to talk about digital ID, given that delivering traditional and physical ID remains a challenge in many parts of the world.
Yeah.
But digital ID could play an important role in providing, by 2030, a legal form of ID to those without one.
Yeah, where Vision 2030 come from?
Alright, Agenda 2030.
Agenda 2030, which is a UN charter, a UN agenda. Alright? You just show you, man, one song. Yeah, go on.
Alright, so it says a legal form of ID to those without one, a target set by the Sustainable Development Goals.
Right.
Almost 1 billion people lack legal and variable identity documents.
Yep. Read up something about
Alright, so C19 has starkly highlighted the role of digital and digitization in our everyday lives. Digital ID is a key foundation and catalyst for each of these elements. So like I says, from accessing public services and health care.
See?
Yo! You man does a mockingbird, a parrot.
Yep. And then you're gonna jump, read it again, and then we're gonna jump to the same part, then we're gonna jump to Revelation 13.
Alright, bro. Alright, read it back from top, right? C19.
Yeah.
Alright, so C19 has starkly highlighted the role of digital and digitization in our everyday lives. Digital ID is a key foundation and catalyst for each of these elements, from accessing public services and health care to receive government payments.
Yep.
And even using online products and services from the private sectors. Without ID, individuals can be excluded from public services, the digital economy, and even wider society.
That is it. Yep, and then we go. Your revelation have to say no because them talking about because it's ultimately not a card them a talk about right there, so ultimately, you know what I mean, just like what happened to Sweden. Sweden, what the next place again? You have a thing with them called wallet more, where people actually getting RFID or what they call NFC chip implanted underneath the skin, and they're able to actually purchase things, buy and sell, purchase things. Zane with it, man. Sweden do the same thing. 3 Square Market in the US, New York, I believe, them do the same thing. People are take chip and buy goods with it. Them able to unlock them doors, them cars, or car door, whatever. You know what I mean? So we actually in that time when the chip has been ready. It's just that probably them did a perfect it. Because from 2004, the Bar Beach Club did actually use the chip. You know what I mean?
The framework I said more
ready
for accommodate.
The framework, that is it. Them have fix up the the different organization, the banks, the different
the
countries, man, So to actually ready for use the chip.
Push it, so at that stage you have Revelation 3 and 10.
Yeah.
Because the system are going to be officially set.
Supermarket, you have supermarket. Now you can just stop and go with your card. Is it? Go on.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yep, they say my cause all. Alright? And one of the ways my cause all is that if you don't have the chip, you won't have access to government services. You won't have access to healthcare. So if you're sick and need medical attention, just like in the pandemic, if you never have the vaccination, if you never get vaccinated, them no want to treat you, them no want to look for you. That's the same thing. It's going to be the case. And a long time ago, them have heard about it, where people who have the chip get quicker access, quicker access to the government, to health care. And then you have somebody where them a portrait say, this person died because him never have the chip. Him say, you see, if you did have the chip, your life could have been saved. So them actually show you from a very long time ago in a advertisement that this is what is going to come down to, man. Then if you don't have the chip, you won't be able to have access to healthcare. Alright? So read it to the other part there again.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Right, so you must set up the system where you must cause people you must lure people into taking the chip. When them start to feel hunger pain, them start to realize if them don't do this, them can't eat. Them might go right into the trap. Because a lot of people love them belly.
Yeah.
The majority of the world going actually submit to taking the chip. You see? So you must set up the whole system where if you don't have it, man, you get locked out. Go on.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yep. So you mentioned what? You say if you rich and poor to receive a mark, right?
Yep.
And that mark is the same mark we are talking about, the RFID microchip. That is the mark of the beast. Alright? That is the mark of the beast. There's no going around it, man. It constantly play out in front of us. Say, this is it. This is the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip. See?
All of the transformations that take place and lead right to it, and everything going digital. Why?
Yep.
People not stop asking these questions.
But
why?
It plain because people are receiving them chip.
Yeah. Yeah.
People that take chip already. We call no voluntarily I take them chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cash a go. The
Yep.
the physical notes and the paper a go. We know
Yep.
people in the States that say years no, me no buy not using
yep.
physical cash nor coin.
Yep.
A street card.
Yep.
So we know some other groups can't see it and some other people can't see it. You know, but and then make it even more precious because it's a gift we can see, you know, what the Lord really had upon earth.
Can.
And
most I blind them.
And it's a very serious one because the penalty for receiving this is death.
Yep, when I get blind, they get sold out. Yeah, go on.
Verse 18?
Yeah.
Alright, so it says Revelation 13 and 18.
But for the word mark, just to mention the Greek word. When you go into those 3 Greek words, you just break it down. Something we're going to put underneath the skin. You won't be branded like how they used to brand animals or brand slave. This is going to be your new brand.
Yep.
Alright? Your new identity. Because why them used to brand horses and brand slaves back then? To do what? To identify them.
Whose
property them belong to.
Yep.
If them run away and them get caught, them know which part to bring them back.
Yep.
Then, so it's what? Yeah, digital. This is the new identity with the match of establishment. That's why them just lay the platform or the framework first. Digital ID, national identification system. Just lay the framework, get the information, consolidate it. Your name, your gender, your where you come from, your bank account, all of these things. Then it's just laying the platform, it's laying the framework, man. You're ready to trap, you're ready to transfer those information over to the chip, to the RFID microchip, which will be placed underneath the skin.
Yep.
Go on.
Revelation 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
And that 6, that last 6 is what? Stigma.
Yep.
In the Greek, which mean what? An incision by a sharp tool, or a cut in the flesh,
yep,
or a puncture by a sharp tool. That's what it is, man. Alright, and what gonna puncture the flesh? What sharp tool gonna puncture the flesh? The syringe. Alright?
Which is the Carax.
Hey, but there's so much article on this though. There's so much article on this. If you search, you can find it, man. It's not even far-fetched. If you search, you can find it. People are pluck them skin, man, just to put a chip underneath it. Them even show you how the procedure is done. The bar, beach club, the promoter or the club owner actually show you and have and highlighted the doctor, the specialist, the doctor that you use to actually do the procedure. And they said you can safely remove it if you want to, if you choose not to keep it. But guess what? ESA is not about or no plan for you to remove nothing. Because the ultimate, when the chip get perfected, or when the chip get implemented, the chip, what am I gonna put on a people's skin won't be able to remove that easily without you plucking a vein, man, or plucking a nerve and bleed to death.
And the system already said so those who don't have a confirm, them not want to take it out because this is only means by which the mago can buy and sell.
Exactly.
Food. So them are glad, them are beg him.
Yep. And those who are feel, because even if you try to pluck it out, they have a thing with them called there's a coating over. I forgot the name of the coating. Yes, BioBand. It's a name on the capsule. The glass capsule. A part of the glass capsule, them have a thing with them called coated with BioBand. Saying which bio mean body. Band. So it go band with the body.
Never knew that.
Yeah, man. If you try to pluck it out, you gonna pluck a nerve, man. You gonna pluck a vein. You won't be able to do that so easy.
No reverse.
No, you know, on reverse. If you take the chip, man, you're done. So you can't plan for I'm gonna take it and then try to be slick with the most eye. Most eye gonna kill you. You see? Go on.
Alright, so this is Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Yeah, man, yeah, the wrath are coming a different way. Alright? Yeah, ultimately you're gonna have the fire, the thermonuclear fire. But yeah, Revelation 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, so this is Revelation chapter 16 and verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
So that sore, when you go into the word sore, you go back to what? A discharge pus.
Yep.
You know, people sore gonna break up on people, and you're gonna have pus will leak out from out of people, because it will cause them, you know, it can cause cancer, man. You see, it will cause them to be sick.
Yep.
You see? And guess what? Ultimately, man, the Heavenly Father are gonna make people sick, man, because him telling them to take it. And most I have angels, man, we must set in place to actually distribute those kind of judgment. Because him tell us, yo, don't take it, man, because if you take it, this is what gonna happen. If you take it, you choose a savior. You choose the so-called white man is a savior, is a savior. Him savior from dying of hunger. Then, when ultimately you should have looked on the Heavenly Father as the ultimate savior, man. But you choose another God.
Yep.
Then, we can't save you, God.
Alright, so back in Revelation 14 and 10, the latter part now it says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Yeah, yeah. So, hey, read that again. Go back in Revelation 16 and then. Yeah, 16 and 2.
Okay. Revelation chapter 16 and verse 2, it says.
What the fuck? Start at 1.
Start at 1?
Yeah.
Alright. Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh.
So you see, who are going to pour out the vials? Who are going to make people sick? Angels. See? So even when you take the chip, the reason why you're going to get sick, because you're going to have angels that put sickness on people. So the Heavenly Father are going to make the angels, man. That's why the scripture says they are spirits that are created for vengeance. And in their fury they lay on sore strokes. Alright, and they
appease the wrath
right.
of him that sinned.
The wrath is the wrath of the Most High just poured out without mixture. So them are go the Most High have angels will distribute the wrath, man.
Diligently.
Yeah.
Alright, so it says, pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth.
Yep.
And the first
and
wind.
It's gonna come in different form, different fashion. Swords, famine, plagues, death and destruction. Famine, you know.
Say my point 4 kind over them.
Yeah, the beast to tear. You're gonna have the teeth of wild beasts and all of that. Those are gonna be spirits. Those are spirits, man. Go on.
Revelation 16 and 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth.
Yeah.
And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark.
So, and really the chip I get you sick.
And the Lord.
But the Heavenly Father, man, I make you sick because him set a law. You're not supposed to mar this, you're supposed to make no cutting in your flesh for the dead.
And you're not supposed to have no other God.
You're supposed to have no other God before him, so you're disobedient. And this is what? The wrath of upon the disobedience. Go on.
And upon them which worship his image.
Yeah.
So even the system, if we don't conform to this world and love this world, Lord, look on your side way like that's your brother.
And the mark the mark is that chip of the beast, which is what? NATO and the EU. And you can put the UN among that. Because it's one body, it's one what I call it, you know, it's one dragon with many heads.
That's it.
But the UN is also a part of that beast system.
Russia is not a part.
No, Russia is not a part of the beast.
Is the head, is the foot though, the feet of a bear.
Yeah.
Which them are gonna bring to, you know, the demise of the system or start the fire, which Yahweh Shai command to it.
Right. So that is it, man. The Heavenly Father are going to destroy the whole image of the beast. The system of the beast itself. That's what's going to happen. Because guess what? This is the wicked will get slated for destruction. Among with all of our people will join with them. Among with all our people will side with them. you will get destroyed in this destruction that is coming in the wrath of the Most High. So that's what we're showing you. We're giving you warning. The scripture tell us, yo, him sending prophets and to give you warning what if you do and what you not to do.
Yep.
Tell us, yo, don't take the chip. You have a man say, yo, so if your family hungry, what you gonna do? You know, already I make excuse.
Yeah.
Already I try make excuse. You know what I mean, for do wickedly.
I'll get Habakkuk 2.
Yeah.
So this is Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
What him say? Him say them plain.
Yep.
Him say write the vision, make it plain upon tables. Instead, it plain, but you have the Prime Minister, you have different social, what you call it, people in a high society. Oh, the mark of the beast, that's superstitious. You know, that's, it's fairy tale and this and that. You have Bruce Golding, the former Prime Minister, said superstitious. You have, Tufton, them, I try for, you call it, discredit, the Bible of what the mark of the beast is in. But, that's what they do. But the scripture says what the vision is make plain upon tables. And when you read it, you should run. But, the understanding wasn't given, though, to everybody. So when we read it, we run. And say, yo, this is what it is. This, prepare, take cover.
And we pray for run all the way to the end.
Exactly.
Press to the mark.
We
maintain our integrity.
We run to safety, and when we run also, we run and publish it.
Yeah.
We publish it, say, yo, hey, you say you're not an excuse, this is what it is. But you can finish it, and I don't know if you want to close off after.
Man, you can close off. Let's read verse 3, and I just wrap it up. Habakkuk 2:3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yep.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah. You see what?
It will not tarry.
No, but tarry, and that's why we're seeing it now. One time we did that tarry, 2010, 2011, when the apostles them just approached this, even before 2010, 2008, because the apostles them push the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast from a very long time.
Okay.
So even back then, when you never did see people that take chipping on, I say, but now we see it.
Yep.
We see it, so it's not tarry no more, it's here. We just wait for them if we make it mandatory.
Yep.
But we can end it right there. I hope this lesson was edifying, to the hopeful elect. With that, we want to give our praise, glory and honor to Yahweh, for actually, putting the spirit upon us also if go through this lesson. The brother idea, if we do it, and
the lads.
the Lord, make we can get this done. So hope it is edifying to somebody, to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.